Welcome back to Pilates Chakras Tarot, a space to nurture your body, feel the energy, and heal the spirit. All right, we're getting ready to do the reading for birth number 4 for the month of January 2021. And for those of you with the birth number 4, the numbers in the series that also applies to those of you that are born on the 13th, the 22nd, and the 31st of any month. So birth number 4, 13, 22, and 31. So the number 4 stands in symbolism with the planet Uranus, all right? Also is considered related to the sun, number 1, in occultism. So if you haven't already, you can look at the reading for birth number 1 as well. Maybe something will resonate there for you. But those of you who are with the birth number 4, your number is even more profound if the number or the numbers 4, 13, 22, and or 31 falls on a Saturday, a Sunday, and a Monday. Yes, Saturday, Sunday, or a Monday. All right. Those of you, people who are with the birth number 4 are generally known to be or play devil's advocate. So they normally are known to take the opposing side of an argument or debate. So they can be very heady, I want to say, at the same time. They don't have to be. They just could be adverse, if you will, and no pun intended there. All right. Those of you with the number 4 are usually rebels, instinctively rebels, and they rebel against rules and regulations. They like to have things their way. And you know, it's your birthright to be human. These are human traits. This is not written in stone. This is just something that we all probably harness, some of these attributes and traits of a number 4 person, but they're just more profound for somebody with a birth number 4. And again, if your birth number is a 4, 13, 22, or 31, which all those numbers reduce to 4, that's what your birth number is, this message will resonate with you. All right, so let's get into the message. Spirit, you're going to give us a message, and we appreciate you. We're so grateful for this message. All right. Oh, I will recheck 1 second, Spirit. Thank you. You want to make plans or devise a plan that is making plans around your birth number. So if you have an important meeting, activity, any of your endeavors or affairs that you want to be in your favor, you want to make those plans on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, and 31st, and especially if those dates fall on a Saturday, Sunday, or a Monday. That marks the day even more profound, okay, if the number falls on those days as well. All right. So, okay, Spirit, thank you so much for the message, and thank you for allowing me to be the messenger to deliver this message to those with the birth number 4. All right. So it is going to cut the deck. First message out is patience. Have patience. It is a virtue. You know that saying or cliche. And cliches are relevant at the most opportune times, okay? You need to have more patience. There's no need to rush anything, all right? Things will happen and flow naturally when the time is right, all right? Your responsibility or your obligation is to exert yourself. I didn't point out too as well that the chakra that we are focused on for the first week of January is the root chakra. And as you can see, it's the card of action, movement, perseverance, dedication, discipline, all of those attributes, okay? You want to, as long as you're taking action, you don't have to worry about how soon or how fast the outcome is going to take place. You practice patience, all right? And be patient with others as well, okay? Let's see what other message Spirit has, and then we can continue on and to build on that message of patience. Okay, compassion. Needing to have compassion as well. Compassion for yourself, first and foremost, and having compassion for others. Not pity, but compassion. Genuine, sincere actions, thoughts, actions, reaction should have the tone of compassion, all right? And especially for yourself. So Spirit is bringing out a lot of attributes for the number 4, all right? These are the attributes that you need to hone in on and harness more of, all right, into your daily life, all right? And especially in the month of January, practicing patience and compassion. And the third card out is individuality, all right? This is a time too, this new age of Aquarius, it is about the individual, all right? Being yourself, being true to yourself, all right? Authentically you, all right? And doing it with patience and compassion. If it's not your forte, if it's not, patience and compassion is not your normal way of being, it's just saying, in being, you can be true to yourself at the same time, be patient and compassion. With a rebel spirit, being a rebel at heart, there's no reason for you to run through people, places, and things. Have patience, slow it down, think before you speak, speak with words of compassion, come from a place of compassion, all right? And be yourself at the same time, all right? So those are your 3 cards at the top. Now let's go to the Psychic Tarot of the Heart deck and see how we can build on these messages. All right. Let's build number 4. Let's build. I'm curious now a little bit more onto that message for the rebel at heart. And again, like I said, no insult at all. Just, being who you are. There's nothing wrong with being rebellious. I can have some respect. I know some people who are rebels. I don't know if they have the birth number 4, but I like their spirit. They're brave. They have valor. They stand their ground when necessary. You don't have to worry about them wavering unless they're challenging an action. If they're challenging a thought, a conversation that needs discourse, they can bring the discourse. I can see that. And so rebels are needed in the world today. And that just may be a greater degree of compassion, okay? Being a rebel. Okay, so you got that sliding scale. You just need to just kind of balance it out. Balance out, even it out. Be a little bit more even in your approach or your delivery. Okay, Spirit, give us a message. Build on this message for our birth number 4. Okay, the first card out. Solar plexus. All right. Focus on, here's your chakra that you need to focus on in addition to your root, your solar plexus. All right. And in the solar plexus, perfect. The law of shame. Okay. The laws of, there's the 14 laws of the universe. Letting go. Shame is not always bad. All right. Just like being a rebel is not always a negative connotation. It's just about, we may feel shameful in certain cases. What if you're receiving an award? You're at the podium and somebody surprises you with a gift. It's not a sense of shame. It just may be shyness, but you get my drift. It's like shame is not, it's a temporary emotion, all right? It's only when it affects you at your core and it affects the way you live. You can't let go of something that you feel shameful about, okay? Something that's embedded in your childhood, or just an experience that you had that you still hold on to that makes you experience shame, okay? That's the difference. So releasing that, letting that go, and building, empowering yourself, self-empowerment, focusing on your self-empowerment. The strength. This is like the strength card, all right, in the tarot. Being a strong, being that strong person. And of course, a number 4 as a rebel would have that strong will, all right? So honing in on that in a very healthy way. If there's an imbalance, that could be, let's say a week not exercising, no movement. All right, you're living a sedentary lifestyle. And that causes, negative connotations or negative attributes. Being sedentary is not necessarily a positive attribute. We should all be getting exercise and focused on our health and our well-being. All right, so if you're not focused on your well-being and you just kind of like willy-nilly in life and sloppy and lazy, these are, I don't really like the word lazy, but I guess it's a negative connotation. So those would be, cause an imbalance at your solar plexus. Get moving, exercise. I'm all about fitness and exercise. You guys know my channel is Pilates, Chakras, Tarot, and Pilates is a fitness discipline, all right? Being focused at the third chakra, 3 inches above the navel, 3 inches inside that body. That's where you want to build your core strength. All right. And when you're strong at your solar plexus, you project at your 5th chakra, which is your throat chakra. You're able to express yourself with authority. All right. With certainty. When you're weak at your solar plexus, your voice is weak. Your projection is weak. All right. So honing in on the solar plexus, making sure you stay balanced there, getting your exercise, get moving. All right. And the next card out, release. All right. So this card here is the devil energy, that ego. This is the devil card in a traditional tarot deck. So this is about letting go of the ego. When you're exercising and when you're honing in on those attributes of compassion and patience, you're letting go and releasing the ego. All right. So coming away from that ego perspective or projection. Don't project out just everything that comes to mind. Don't say everything that just comes to your mind. Don't be the rebel. Don't just take the opposing side just because you want to upset, the room or the person that you're speaking to. Be honest. Be open. Have compassion for the person that's on the receiving end. Don't just again run through. Don't just be a devil just to be a devil. Don't be a rebel just to be a rebel. Let it work for you. Let it be an advantageous trait of your birth number 4. Let it be a positive attribute, not a negative one. This is one of ego. This is one of trying to control everything, the outcome, the person in front of you, the people around you, trying to take control and authority, manipulation, gaslighting. Let go of that and use your rebel spirit to your advantage, to the event, and also in that you are being compassionate and being patient with others at the same time. All right? So I'm not going to belabor that point. You get the drift. It's quite clear. Right? Lastly, we have the throat chakra. I was just talking about the throat chakra, and that just came right on out, okay? Again, when you're coming through as a strong individual with certainty and balanced solar plexus, balanced third chakra, your throat chakra, you're projecting with clarity, with honesty, sincerity, compassion, patience, all of that. When it's imbalance, you're alienating yourself from spirit. You're causing an illness, a dis-ease in your fifth chakra when you are not operating, when you're operating out of ego, I should say. Okay? So having the strength and the willpower and the projection of truth, the projection of sincerity, transparency, honesty, and love. These two chakras, they're directly connected, although all 7 chakras are connected. And when one is blocked, there's also a blockage in others. But I will specifically tell you that these two are cohesive. If there's a block in the solar plexus, all right, where there's an unhealthy level of shame, it affects your projection, your throat, your audio vortex, all right? And when you're not being honest and you're blocked at your throat chakra, it affects your solar plexus. So they have a direct link to each other. So practicing honesty, sincerity, truth, and also owning in on that willpower and that strength, getting the movement going. Move that negative energy, all right? Transmute that energy into patience, compassion. Transmuting that egoic energy, being a person of power and of love, an enlightened being, opening up the throat chakra when you express yourself from a place of empowerment, not a place of let's see, the attribute for that devil energy is really about the ego, but I want to find another word, not operating out of control, an unhealthy place of control and manipulation, right? So that's your message, number 4. Birth number 4, that is it. Be yourself. You can wholeheartedly be yourself and own in on your positive attributes. You can wholeheartedly do that. Positive attributes, letting go of ego, focused on your 3rd and your 5th chakra, right? Make sure you're living a healthy lifestyle, eating well, eating right, putting the good foods in your body, because when you nourish your body with the right foods, you can't help but to practice patience and compassion. Be who you are. you're coming out of that anomaly, all right? We're not operating on the lesser self, we're operating on the higher self, because we're moving into the fifth chakra. The fifth chakra is one of the higher chakras, and the only way you can get there is if you master the lower chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. And once you ascend to that heart chakra, which is not here, but when you ascend to that heart chakra, you're headed in the right direction. You're on your ascending path. The ascension is the ascension into the throat, and making sure that you're always communicating from a place of sincerity and honesty. All right. So I'm going to leave the message there. All right. So thank you for being here. Until next time, peace.